NES, one console to rule them all. In Japan, a game console was born. It was called the Family Computer, or Famicom for short. It was one of the biggest hits in video games in Japan, so they decided to bring it to North America. In North America, they're going into a decline in gaming because there are just too many low-quality games on their shelves, so it was a big gamble. Nintendo was originally going to call the new console the Nintendo Advanced Video System, and it looked like this. When they showed this to the Consumer Electronics Show in 1984, the crowd wouldn't buy it, so Nintendo had to completely redesign their console. They came up with this. The completely redesigned Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES for short. The big difference in this console is the front-loading cartridge slot, the new color scheme, and the controller ports. When Nintendo decided to release it, they sold it to a test market in New York. They manufactured 90,000 units and sold them in 2 different packages. One of the sets was called the Deluxe Set, which sold for $249. It included the Robotic Operating Body, or ROB for short, a Zapper, 2 games, Gyromite and Duck Hunt. This next set was called the Action Set, and it came with a Zapper, the Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt multi-cart, and 2 controllers. It sold for about $149 US. To accompany the release, Nintendo released some release games. They included 10-Yard Fight, Baseball, and many other release games. The test release went better than expected, so Nintendo decided to release it to the rest of North America. It was one of the biggest hits in video games ever. During the NES's lifetime, many accessories were released. The Zapper, the NES Advantage, the Virtual Reality Power Glove, the Power Pad, and others. One of the most popular series for the NES was called Super Mario Bros. There are 3 games in the series, but number 3 was considered the best. It sold over 3 million copies and was the best-seller NES game. Another good game was called Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! But since Mike Tyson got into a lot of trouble, they changed the name to Punch-Out! Nowadays, people are cheating NES games. People are creating emulators to steal NES games. Emulation isn't always a bad thing, though. Nintendo is re-releasing some games for the Game Boy Advance in a series called Classic NES Series. They are using emulation to recreate the games to put them on Game Boy Advance cartridges. Nintendo is also re-releasing the games for the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console, which are playable if you buy them. They will usually cost around $5.